Alright, Bike Trash here with something I don't do too often. A video game review. This is the, I say brand new, reasonably new. This is the first week I've had it. Gran Turismo 5. This is the Collector's Edition. And on the back here, it just shows you what all comes in the box. But rather than showing you a picture, I figure I'm just going to go ahead and show you the actual stuff. You take that out, and you've got the big inner box. Pretty much same picture back to... No, it's not. This is the back end of the car. This is the front end of the Mercedes. You can see the little Mercedes right there. Got the name of it on the edge. Open it up, and I just want to show you this. I've already taken the car out of it just because there's a snag on mine. I don't know if it's common, but it is a pain to get out without tearing. But this is the little car it comes with. This is a Coyote. Let me switch it to the macro so you'll zoom correctly up close. This is a Kyosho model kit. Not model, but it's completed whenever you get it, of course. Very nicely detailed. I wish my little camera would be able to show you real well the interior. It's got the front seats, the back seats, the shifter, everything. It's just about everything you would expect in a 1/24th scale model kit, except the hood doesn't open. But for the size, it is very good looking, very handsome kit. And really, the price difference between the regular Gran Turismo and the box set, this right here is pretty much all of the price difference. I looked on HobbyLink Japan, and not the GT limited edition version like this right here, but just a regular silver GT. This is an R35. Okay, I get confused. Just the regular one, not this limited edition, is right at $40 on its own, which I don't know that I'd spend that for a little bitty car, but it shows you it's not entirely a little cheap thing. Let me just go ahead and put this back in, and like I said, it is by Kyosho. I had a remote control truck made by them once. The Outlaw Ultima was a little stadium truck. Lots of fun. Oh. Okay, moving on, open the box up, and you've got everything in here. It comes with a little keychain, and, oh wait, I've got that car in there backwards. It's supposed to be facing the other way, because right now you can't read what it says. Oh, I'll do that later, but just picture that right there. Comes with the little keychain, which I'm actually a little bit disappointed in the keychain. I was hoping it'd be a little bit nicer, but it feels cheap. So it's just going to stay in here because I'm worried that it would break if I'd actually use it. Going back onto this side, of course, you've got the game. There's nothing on the game itself that says it's a special edition or anything. I've actually got Pacific Drift in here because I've got my B-Spec driver driving a race right now while I'm doing this review. Inside, you have this little pamphlet that says, you know, this collector's edition. You scratch that off and it gives you your special cars. It looks like an Audi, a Shelby Cobra, an older Mercedes with the gull wing doors, a Gallardo Lamborghini, and some sort of BMW. There, you can kind of see that right there. I've already got those cars. Well, the Gallardo, at least, that's the only one I'm really worried about. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually cash in the code or not. And don't ask, because I'm not going to scratch it off to give it to you. But, next thing in here is a certificate of authenticity for the Gran Turismo. Number 54,388, thank you. And this is, I think, one of the neater things that comes with the collector's edition. It's a little book called Apex, and really it's just a neat little book. It's almost like it would be the history of the book. Let me just flip this around so I can see if I can see this right here. So, very good full color, very good glossy photos. It's got driving techniques. If you're new to the series, you can read this and really get the fundamentals on it. Just a summary of different styles of racing out there, real world racing. Got some very nice pictures. There's the Escudo, which I love, but I'm not sure if it's in this game or not. I haven't found it yet. But anyway, you got all this stuff. Just if you're curious, it's got explaining how engines work, how cars work, brakes. It's a fun little read if you're interested in vehicles. And the very last thing in the book is they have a catalog of every single car in the game. But now that I've talked enough about the packaging, I'm sure what y'all actually want to know is the game fun? And it is terribly fun. And I say terribly fun because I lost my entire week pretty much playing that game. I planned on doing a couple reviews this week, and as soon as I got home and started playing, that went out the window. I did do some stuff, real world stuff, but very little YouTube. What was I going to say? One thing I don't, the interior views on the premium cars that lets you see the interiors of the cars is very, very beautiful. I mean, they're very nicely done. Now, what I don't like is a lot of the cars, the more interesting ones to me, are standard models. So, there is no interior view for them. Like, I don't know, just to explain to you how redneck I am, every game I get the Buick GNX. Just because I love the car. It's not useful for anything, but I just like the car. I'd love to have one in real life, and me having one on Gran Turismo is about the closest I can come. But it's a standard model, so there's no interior. You can't put ground effects on. You can't even change the wheels on it because it's a standard model. I mean, to me, it seems like they could at least let you change the wheels, but no. My other gripe is that some of my favorite tracks are not returning, and the load times are terrible. I mean, they're bad enough that I went ahead and did the full install on the for it, and the load times are still unbelievably slow. I mean, I've got almost 8 gigs worth of stuff on the hard drive to make it load faster, and I can still start loading the race, go, put some popcorn to pop, and come back, play the race, start loading the next one, go eat my popcorn, Well, start eating. But, you know, the load times are bad. I mean, even for some of the license tests, it's like, what is taking so long? I mean, what's that little course? Autumn Hill, the Mini? Even that takes a long time to load. So I don't know why small courses, big courses, it don't matter. The Nürburgring takes almost as long to load as, say, Laguna Seca. And another complaint I got is the idiots on multiplayer. It is great that we finally have multiplayer on Gran Turismo. I just wish that the 12-year-olds would not show up. And I understand there's probably some very serious 12-year-olds that are going to play and, you know, not goof off, but a while ago, I was racing on Daytona. Turns out I enjoyed NASCAR more in the game than I do in real life, because I won't watch NASCAR, but I love driving the cars. Yeah. So we got a couple laps into the race, 40-lap race, and one of the guys decides, you know what would be fun just for the lulz? Let's go backwards and ram everybody. So that stinks. But it's a lot of fun playing online anyway. If you can get in a room with a bunch of guys who are not cutting up, it's a lot of fun. So car selection is great. It looks really good. One thing I don't care for is, of course this has been with all of them really, is each race seems like, well, I need this car for this race and this car for this race. And you spend $60, $70, $80, $100,000 on a car to win a race that you're going to get $10,000 to win. So then you got to go make some money, buy another car, go win one race, go make some money. And that gets old. I don't care for the grinding. And it's like a level system. You gain experience points for finishing races. And you've got to be a certain level to be able to go and race these later tracks. And that's where all the money is on the later tracks. So you got to keep racing the small time races, making just tiny amounts of money, making tiny amounts of experience, to wait to be able to go and get big money later. Now, even all said and done, I still enjoy it. I mean, pretty much all I've done this week, video game wise, is play about 5 or 6 hours of War for Cybertron, and I've probably put about 40 hours into Gran Turismo. I hate Gran Turismo because it is the only game series I know of, except for Fallout, that I will start playing and play until something starts, kind of blind me, and I realize, crap, it's morning. Shoot. Last night, I was playing, and I was like, I know there's something I got to do tomorrow. What is it? Oh yeah, I gotta give my mom a ride to the doctor's office. Wonder what time it is. 3 in the morning, had to wake up at 7. So, yes. Gran Turismo and Fallout, destroyer of lives. I won't touch World of Warcraft because I've been warned. Oh, and everybody always asks, every time I make a video talking about a PlayStation game, what is my PSN gamer tag? Look right up there. It is my screen name here, Biker Trash Wolf. know, I don't know that I'm going to be online whenever y'all are online, but if y'all want to add me as a friend on there, just, you know, go ahead if you want. Anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. I may or may not do a little review later. Shoot, it's 8 o'clock. I'm not. Anyway, long and short version of the review I was going to do, go buy Dark Mount. The figure in the, what is it, Generations line, the little blue tank. Good figure. I'll be giving a more in-depth one next week, but definitely worth the $10. If you're overseas and it's a $20 figure, $30, whatever it is that Deluxes are selling for, that might be a little harder to sell, but he's a pretty good figure for being a deluxe. Anyway, that has covered all the bases. I've had a Gundam, a video game, and I've discussed Transformers. All I haven't discussed is motorcycles. So, yeah. Motorcycle number 1, number 2, and number 3. Right there. So this has been the most cover everything review I have in a long time. So, anyway, hope y'all have a good day, good week, and hopefully, my PlayStation, that's a shame, that I would actually hope my PlayStation would give me trouble next week just so I could get stuff done. I have a serious willpower problem. Y'all take care.